Hello all and welcome to RaceOnOz PC AC League as we come to a very sunny but very wet Paul Ricard for round 8 of season 7. This is a sprint round, so 60-minute race with a tyre stop. I've had a couple of weeks off since the last round. A very special event at Zolder last week, and it's good to get back to business here at Paul Ricard. So as you can see from the track map, it's a very technical circuit, the longest straight, the Mistral straight and into Cygnus. It's a hell of a corner. It's going to be plenty of action there tonight. The other couple of hot spots, turn 1 and 2, and then down to 3, 4, 5. It's quite a technical circuit. Do you set the car up for the big long straight, or do you set it up with a bit more aero for the windy sections around the rest of the track? And as we get ready for this race, we'll have a look at the previous results from the last round at Bathurst. We had Paul McElhinney as the AM winner. So congratulations to Paul in the beautifully turned out Aston Martin. In silver, we had Anton Sassana, so it's a good result for him. The silver winner in the Lamborghini. And lo and behold, Lucas Dowd took out the overall class. He's been in some perfect form this season, and it's good to see him back on it again. As we just count down, there's still 12 minutes left in this practice session. We will have a quick look at the action on track. There's quite a few cars on track at the moment, as we will also outline a few of the changes that have happened. Obviously, there's been a major upgrade to ACC on PC, and we'll it won't outline all the details. There is a very, very long list. It's almost a completely new game. As we have a quick look at some of the action on track, just following Max Gassett at the moment. He's just made the transition from consoles. This is his first PC race. It's good to see him on the grid. Good turnout from tonight, 28 cars. So as we just follow Max around, we'll just quickly outline some of the details of the changes. So this was a big graphics update to allow for DLSS and FSR on the corresponding graphics cards. So it has made things look quite sharper. It is a different picture. So as you can see, that from my eyes, the picture does look a lot better in the detail around the rain and the water. So interesting to see the changes across the track where the puddles are. The other details is changes to the physics and the tyre model and how the tyres themselves heat up. Those dynamics to the tyres, it's good to see the level of detail that Kunos go to. So quite a big update at a similar time last year. Some of the other details around the physics model. Apologies while I just get my information. Apologies there. So it's a 400 hertz physics update. It's a major update to the physics themselves. It is a little bit harder on hardware, but we're looking forward to that. So updated tyre model as well. which will have has a huge bearing on how hard you can push the tyre, the heating of the tyre. So if you slide more, that you will overheat the tyre a lot more. The tyre wear is a lot different as well, so you do need to be a lot more careful with how you are actually using these cars. There is a long list of the updates to this. Probably the most exciting is actually to be able to use DLSS. I'm not going to go into details of what that actually is, but from the gameplay and BOP point of view, there is one lot of BOP across the whole board. It's just going to have a big impact on how some of these cars perform. Still working out the details of the individual differences in some of these cars, so it is going to be different again. How tracks are selected as well, so there's the main list of tracks and the BOP is covered across all of them, so there's no way of selecting the 2018, 2019 tracks. It is just under the one. And that's what's going to be used for the remainder of the season. And the weather model is different, so there's higher variability. So as you can see at the moment, the track is very wet with a very dry and sunny sky. So it'll be interesting to see how these guys go as the track changes. Just have a look through the list of cars at the moment. So, as I say, a big grid. So we've got 29 cars for this event. So we go on board with Nando. Maybe not. He's pulling over. So we'll go on board with Neil Fakeney for a lap of Paul Ricard. going to at the moment. He's pulling off on the tracks. So apologies all then for the button pressing, but it's a good lap there by Neil. Tell the difficulties that the guys are having with these changing conditions. And one thing is for certain, that there is a need to run higher ABS and higher TC with these cars with this new physics, new tyre model, and there are changes to how the setup is to take those changes into account. So see how these guys adjust. As you can see, you've got Paul Russell first on the grid at the moment in this practice session, the 2018. So you're keen to see how the weather changes for the next session, for the qualifying. It's just on board with Frost. Graphics does look remarkably better. Must admit, this is a really good update. Unfortunately for me, I actually have to upgrade my monitors because I cannot handle this graphics update. Having to run it off my laptop screen, so it's to adapt to these changes as they come through. See Bueller back on the grid. And the Merc, so we'll see how the Merc goes around Paul Ricard. It's not necessarily does well with BOP here. So you can see the times come down now. As you can see, he's second and a half up. Goes to fifth. Good lap there by Bueller. And he's on a wet tyre too. Looks of it. So we'll just go through. Yeah, he is. And Vandelay's on the dry. There we have it. The wet tyre is still the tyre to be on at this point. Even though the sun's out, hardly a cloud in the sky. Bueller's up again here, so he's up half a second. This brings a lot of strategy in these changing conditions. Hard to test for. It's got in this series. Variable weather is a very good thing. Just sitting back myself and appreciating this lap, so it's going to go quicker again. So I'm looking forward to this quali session. Will be an absolute crack. So apologies there, we just had to double check a couple of the session details here. This qualifying session is 20 minutes. So I know the pressure was going to be 15. I just had to check the details, and it seems like there was a bit of an error with this one, but they're going out for the 20 minutes, which is probably a good thing with the conditions as they are. The track is still drying. Are on board with Art Vanderlei at the moment, and he's got another wonderful livery here. These Porsche liveries just absolutely look spectacular. Just look on board as we're looking over his shoulder, heading out Mistral Straight. Let's see how he goes. Very sickness on this lap. Oh, that's very nice through there. Just trying to get a bit of a closer look at this livery he's got here. This is a bit. Very nice. So we'll see the first couple of time laps should almost be crossing the line now. We'll just follow Vanderlei for this one. See what he can get done. This is as Sana came off last turn. 2:15 for Vanderlei, puts him to second with Bruno Gallo. 2:01 on that lap. So let's move our way through the field. Here's Gallo himself in the Ferrari. Again, another cracking looking livery. I don't know if it's the change of these liveries that these guys have done, or if it's the graphics update that I've received, that these are all absolutely cracking. Looks like he's very close. Slap again. So I think he might be bailing out of this one. He's got some traffic around. Who's that bailing out in the Honda? Vanderlei behind him actually, so Vanderlei's down on this lap. Oh, Matt Frost to the top of the 2:14. A hundredth of a second quicker. Than Gallo. So Gallo is going to be pretty close on this lap. See how he finishes this lap off. Can he get a good run out of the last turn? Looks like he has. Medved has gone to the top of the 2:13. Bruno goes to second. Just is, it's very, very tight at the top. Move back through, so Morningstar Mike, the BMW. See him back out here as well. He's got Hatfield in front of him in the Ferrari. Yet to set a time. There's a few guys yet to set a time. Coco 1.7 seconds behind. So we'll just move back into broadcast mode, and so Coco's the leader of the AM class at this stage. And the McLaren. So we've got 12 minutes left in this session. Lucas Dowd, so he's yet to set a time here. Representative times. He's 2.8 seconds off the pace. He won't be getting a time off this lap either, so he might have come back in and gone fresh tyres and gone again. So he's on wet tyres. Just see who this is ahead of him here. It's Ersign Saturn, so Ersign's about ready to go quicker. And he's on a hot lap, so Dowd's picked him up pretty quick. As Dowd sets off for a hot lap here. As Ersign lets him go. So Dowd's a championship leader. And we'll just watch him for this lap. Great lap by Dowd. It puts him second. A tenth of a second. So he's coming off now as well, so he'll be chucking that in the pits. So just have a look at this is Hatfield crosses the line in 21st, so 3.6 seconds off the pace. Just move back through the field. This is Ryan Mendoza. Welcome Ryan, this is his first Monday night race on PC. Has made the move from console. And we are going live out to the Philippines now as well, so welcome to the viewers from the Philippines. Welcome to RaceOnOz. It's great to have you with us. He's got Ersign just ahead of him. We've got James Reed in the Audi, so he'll be looking for a strong performance tonight. As Sassana has gone to second, so that is a brilliant lap. Just under 8 minutes left in this session. This is going to work very well for some of these guys. These changing conditions are working out very well. Just watching Reedy as he is also pulling off. There's enough time for another set of tyres, another set of boots. Apologies there. Reedy has actually gone quickest. Starting second, so I suspect the track is continuing to dry here. So we go on board with Frenchie as he is heading out of the pits, followed by Vanderlei. That's Dowd coming in now, or heading out, sorry. It's Dominiak in that yellow Lamborghini. Bruno Gallo, so let's click through into the HUD. So Bruno's on dry tyres. I suspect these guys are going out on dries now. Ryan has set a time. He's still having some dramas in that car. He is struggling. These changeable conditions will be hard. As we have a look at Freeland here. Paul Freeland in the Lexus. The Lexus is actually quite strong around here. Well, it was previously before these changes. Currently in 16th. Oh, there's Ryan. He's had a moment. Stephen Haycock, welcome. So this is the Honda that we saw before bailing out at the end of Mr. Straight. And you guys trying to get some heat in the tyres. Oh, big slide by Vanderlei. Challenging conditions these, and there he is, he's gone off. So Lucas Dowd currently in 5th, 6/10 off the pace. Quick look to see if he's on a lap. So he's just, this will be his first flyer. Oh no, my apologies, this will be his out lap. So he'll be heading around now. So it's a bit hard to tell where the form guide is for this one. These challenging conditions. It's just going to be who's on the best tyre, the right time, as the grip level increases and the track dries out for the end of this qualifying session. Dowd goes to the top. I was actually sitting back appreciating that lap, and it was very, very well done. So the track is getting quicker and quicker. It is that transition point between the tyres, so these laps will be getting quicker and quicker. And Frost goes quicker. Susana goes to third. What can we see through here? Vanderlei, 1.2 seconds off the pace now, as just saw someone else go quicker. But Paul Russell's going quickest, 59.9. The Aston Martin is good in these conditions. See if Vanderlei can get any quicker here. So go back through. So Bueller is back in 11th. So Dowd's 6 tenths off the pace now. So Reedy went quicker as well. Just change the view here and get the actual sector splits as they come through. So this is Mail in the Honda. So he's set to go half a second quicker. He's half a second quicker at this point. Dominiak in 20th. So he's had an off somewhere on that lap. We've got Medved. He's setting off on another lap. So 20 seconds left in the session. There's a few guys in the pits already. So Gallo's done for the session. So he's in 6th. Dimson, he's done in this session as well. So we've got Nando in 11th at this point. Thomas Cole, so he's new to the series as well. Ryan's first time, so we just try and catch. So here's Neil Fakeney, so he's down at the moment on this lap. So here's Reed. So Reed is up. So through the last sector. So Paul Russell, we'll try and catch him soon. See where he is on track. I wonder if he's actually behind Reed. So we'll follow Reed for this final portion. Big slide. He's still up. So he's still got pace here. This is a very good, it's going to be a great time. So Paul Russell's has crossed the line. Will Reedy take pole? So Reedy has gone to first. 59.7. It's a great lap time. Dowd's on track here. So he's 4 tenths down. So he's got traffic though. Oh, he's going to be held up here. Going too wide. Oh, he's still up. It's going to go the inside, and that's... Unfortunately, there was a spin there. Dowd, can he get the job done? Can he go quicker here? 6 tenths up at this point. It's going to be hard to maintain. It's still got to push hard. This last sector seems to be pretty dry, so this is where Reed made up all his time. Oh, Dowd's going to get this done comfortably. He's going to have pole by 4 tenths. And he does too. Finishes off the session. Well done to Dowd. Well done to Reed there on the front row. Paul Russell in 3rd. Matt Frost in 4th. So you can see the times got quicker and quicker as the session went on. And that was very, very well done. We'll take a quick break as we get ready for the start of this race. As the cars line up on the grid here, I will try to have a look at the I won't be able to do this, I apologise. Yes, I will. We'll have a quick look at the championship points at this point. So the man on pole for this race is also leading the championship. So Dowd, so the 5 races he's been in, he's won every single one of them, and he's on form again. Second in the championship is Nando, so he's had a very, very stellar season. And third is Matt Frost. So those guys setting the benchmark this season. And then we've got Sasana, who's leading silver class. And as we go down, we've got Penfold, or kart number 1, leading the AM class. But he has got Paul McElhinney not far behind him for AM. So expecting a good battle between these guys as we move to the last few races within this season. 49 seconds left on the grid. And we get ready for the start of this race. As we hear Klaus, 30 seconds left in this one.
20 seconds.
So
10 seconds.
My money is on Dowd for this one. I think he will get the job done. Again, it's hard to put it past his form, especially when he's got pole like this. But what we will do is we will have a look through the field. So we've got Dowd, followed by Reed, Russell, Frost, Medved, Blanchard, Sasana. So the battle in silver class, 6, 7, 8 top guys in silver. So you get to see how these guys go. Bruno, you'd be a bit disappointed with that. He thought he was on for had some pace in this session. He got caught out with tyres towards the end of the session. There was a lot of traffic on track. Stimson in 10th. Art Vanderlei in 11th. So again, you'd be disappointed, I think. Expecting to be further up the field. Haycock in the Honda. Nando, I guess another one who'd be a bit disappointed with that. Bueller, Kingston. So it was Kingston who was caught up with Dowd at the end of that qualifying session then. We've got Masterson, Dominiak, Rice, Neil Fakeney. So I think this battle from about, let's say from 15th through to 25th will be absolutely cracking, I think. We've got Penfold, so this is the Penfold that's leading AM class. I thought there was a car in the fence just there. So then we've got Freeland in the Lexus, Coco, French, Hatfield, Ursine, Max Gassett, Thomas Cole, his first race in the series. And I think we've lost a car in all of this. No, there's Ryan is back on pace. I think someone might have just been out of position for a small amount of time. And I've got Morningstar Mike bring up at the rear of the grid. So we'll go back to the front. As we just watch this grid prep up and get into position for the start of this race. So 1 hour race, Yes, JC. Weston is feeling a bit under the weather, so wheezy. He has got a bit of a cough. Could say his throat is a bit wheezy. Thanks, JC. Thanks for the dad jokes, mate. As the grid forms up, double file. Lucas Dowd leading us away. I think a few people might have been hoping that the Bentley took a bit of a BOP hit with this update. I really don't think that's going to be the case. So the other key point in this is that the race is starting at 8:15 PM, so expecting it to go dark pretty soon. So finishing of this race would be very interesting. As we've got Paul Russell in the pits. Paul Russell is starting from the pits, so unfortunately the ruling in this league is it will continue. So Paul Russell, that's very disappointing.
Green light, show them where you go.
Welcome JC, welcome Captain O'Gold, as we are off with the green light. The cars move along into turn one. It's Reed on the outside, down on the inside. Reed is going to try and get this to stick. Can he get it through turn two? Dowd gets on the power out wide and he's got the position. We just make our way back through the field as there is some dramas there. There's a few cars off. That is Haycock and Dominiak. Cole is continuing on. There's Ryan at the back there as well. So some dramas there at turn one. So we go back to the front of the field as Dowd leads us onto the Mistral Straight. He and Reed have got a slight gap. As you can see, some of the puddles still on track. It's a beauty of Paul Ricard. You can run wide like that. Do not get a track cut. At a couple of the corners anyway. A few corners are very, very tight. I've got Sassana making a move on Medved. As they are both catching Frost here, so Sassana's going to get the job done on Medved even before Cygnus. So, Sassana holds it there, and Frost gets out. Great move by Sassana. He's held it on the inside. He's got track position. Frost was very gentlemanly in the way that he dealt with that then, and Medved gets through on him as well as Vanderlei gets a run on as well. There's a few cars back behind. Very interesting first lap, a few overtakes. Vanderlei gets through on Frost as well, so Frost is struggling there. As that is also Blanchard and Gallo are going to head through as well. So we'll just have a quick look at where Frost is at. He's lost a ton of positions. The field's bottlenecking behind him. So Frost is on wets. So just have a quick look. The cars around him are on dry, so maybe he's made the bit of a mistake. Oh, is Stimson getting into trouble there? And I think he's been turned around at turn one. As we've got Bueller trying to make a move on Rice. Nando's just ahead of him at Wall as well. So you can still see there's still sections of wet on track. Just don't think it's quite enough. This is where all the action is at the moment as they go too wide in parts. Frost is struggling. Frost just doesn't have the pace here. And he's struggling. So the dry tyre is the tyre to be on. As you can see, Frost is on wets. As behind him we've got Nando, and Rice is having a go at Nando here. As behind him we've got, that's Masterson. So 3 wide into Cygnus. How's this going to go? There's a bit of a twitch there by Nando. Oh, this is some absolute stellar driving by these lads. The conditions are difficult. These guys are doing very, very well. And we have had huge drama. So there's Frost. He's look away from us for a second and all hell breaks loose. So I've just been following Frost around for the last lap, and this is definitely where all the action has been. Surely he's going to... There's more issues ahead as well, as there's more cars running into each other. So, oh, and he's been turned around the last corner, and his car's scattering everywhere, and he's... That was Hatfield there. As we just make it 4 wide in Dominiak, Frost. Sorry, there's Dominiak, Morningstar, Mike, Stimson. Oh, there's a bit of contact still. Cones flying everywhere. I haven't been able to make my way back up to the front of the field yet as Stimson tries to make a move on Haycock. Look for up the inside into the right-hander. He wasn't able to get it done. So it's a bit tricky through this sector. As you can see, there's still puddles of water. Make our way back forward. So Nando on wall, so it looks like Nando's going to have he's in the slipstream here. He'll try to have a go at end of the straight. Can he show the nose and get it up the inside? No, he can't. Wall. Slight advantage. This battle will continue. As we move back up to the front of the field. So Dowd has already got a 4-second gap over Reed. Reed's got Sassana following him here. Again, we'll have a quick look to see what tyres these guys are on. So Reed's on dry. So there's so I suspect these guys will be on dries here. Just go back into broadcast mode. Good battle at the front, so Sassana in thirds. This is a great showing. Top of silver class, and he's mixing it with the top of the overall. So he's got Vanderlei just behind him. So Vanderlei's made a huge number of spots here. Behind him is Gallo. So these guys have made their way back through the field. We've got Medved in 6th, Blanchard in 7th, so strong showing from Blanchard. Nando on wall, so Nando's been able to get through on wall, and we've got Kingston and Bueller, so it's a battle between these guys. It was a hectic start of this race, as Reed's just been able to pull away from Sassana on this lap, and we've got another car off somewhere. Too sure who that yellow flag was for. I'll try and catch it in a moment. As this battle here begins to heat up. Reed, Vanderlei and Sassana. Just go on board. Vanderlei, we'll just watch this battle. Apologies, I'm going to turn the mic back on if I want to speak. So, Van Lee's got the job done. He's got through on Susana. So, he's got Reed in his crosshairs now. Susana, he was in the slipstream. Wanted to have a crack. Oh, and he's gone. Has he held it? Oh, I think he has. Was very lucky. He was very, very lucky. He just... It is a bit of a struggle getting through there at speed when you're right underneath the wing of another car. The aero wash would have been too great, and he's had a moment. He held onto it though. As the sun begins, or continues to go down, and the headlights take more effect, Vanderlei is putting plenty of pressure on Reed here. Oh, can Vanderlei get this done? Oh, Reed was ready to turn in. Would have been slight overlap. It's going to be all on the end of the straight. As Vanderlei pulls out. It's Bruno Gallo just behind as well, so he's made big ground. Oh, not a lot of room left, and this is still going to continue on. Gallo's been able to get beside Vanderlei. Gallo's on the outside. Vanderlei still in there, and Gallo's going to get the job done. He's going to have the inside for the left-hander, and he does too. So after all that, Vanderlei has actually lost a position when he was looking pretty confident to get the position on Reed. So Susana's caught back up to this 4-wide battle. As Vanderlei is going to have an attempt around the outside. Can he get the overlap for the right-hander? No, he can't. He's going to drop off slightly there. Reprieve for Reed out of all of that. Just have a quick look at the lap times at the front. So Lucas Dowd 56.2 while these guys are battling. So 56.2 for Dowd, and then Reed 58.8, 57.6 for Bruno, and a 59.3 after those. A couple of dramas there for Vanderlei. So we've got Medved making his way through as well. Blanchard still in a strong position in 7th, and Nando. So we'll have a quick look through the rest of the field here, some of the other battles as well. As Paul Russell has made his way back through to 12th after starting from pit lane. So he's got some pace here. He's got a lot of pace. 56.9 on his last lap, so that would make him second. Oh, he's almost tagged the back of Masterson. Ran in a bit deep. So he's got pace in this race. What could have been for him? So Neil Fakeney in 15th. A. Rice in 17th. So Stimson had dramas early. He was turned around. So Hatfield had dramas early as well. So we get back. So Frost, who still be struggling slightly, has got Ryan behind him. So I would say that Frost is still on wet tyres. And we're back to Dowd, who's leading the race so far. So I've just realised that in the totem, the pink next to Dowd's name is actually the quickest. Is actually the fastest lap. So I seem to believe that was actually a new addition with this latest update, as trying to quickly move through to Reed, Gallo and Vanderlei. Oh, as Gallo's got the job done around the outside. He was pretty close to being a car length ahead. So Bruno is going to set off, see if he can make some ground on Dowd, who's 11.5 to 12 seconds ahead of these guys. As we continue to watch this battle, Vanderlei, see if he can get back in the... He's got Reed in his crosshair, see if he can get back beside him. As Sasana looks hungry as well. It looks like Bruno's going to check out here. He's got some good pace in this race. And of all things, that is rain. That is rain falling. So the increase in variable weather with this latest update, this is what we're going to get. That is rain falling. Yes, I am a little bit excited. So, and it is going to increase over the next half an hour. So at what point do these guys pull in and take their tyres? So there's a few guys pitting already. Rumour is that with these updates, as Vanderlei and Sasana both look to try and make a move on Reedy, so who's going to be able to be brave enough to get the inside? Vanderlei backs out of it. Sasana's gone for it. Great move. Don't be intimidated by the pro drivers. Get stuck in there, Sasana. Get you right up the inside, and he's got the job done. Well done. So Sasana's up to third. The rain increases to full. Increases. This is going to get exciting now. Well, it already has been. Difficult conditions. Oh, Vanderlei's got a bit of slight overlap on Reed. He can get on the power here. So Reed's in. So that's it. Reed's in the pits. See who else heads in. So Blanchard's going in as well. And Nando. There's a lot of guys heading in now. So the word on the street is that with this new weather model, that you should be able to stay out for a longer period of time with dry tyres, but we'll just see who's going to be brave enough to do that. So maybe Frost had the right idea here. See how he goes, or has he killed his wet tyres from the start of this race? So Dowd, Gallo and Vanderlei all stayed out. along with Sasana, Nando and Wall. So we'll just go back to Dowd, who's just gone through the... Oh, he's gone through Mistral, so he's into the last sector. Just see what he does on this lap. Is he going to pit? Rainfall doesn't actually seem to be that heavy, so depends on how wet the track is at this point. Just wait to see. Oh, it looks a bit slippery, but he is coming in, so will be the tyre to be on. It's definitely will be shortly, but we'll see if anyone else actually stays out. So Gallo is in as well. I think everyone will follow them in now. Dominiak continues on. So he's taken his wets. So who's the first card of... Vanderlei has continued on. So he's still out on dries, so... He obviously believes he can get a quicker time in. He's just done a 2:45. I'll try and make note of... Yeah, so I think the rest of the field is coming in here. Get the pit stop done. So Frost is still out, but only managed to do a 2:47 that last lap. He's got Reed just behind him. So I think Reed will be the first car that will be on... Oh, it's a huge power slide by Reed. So Reed will be the first car on wets, I believe. So wait to see what his lap time is here. So yes, he is the first car. So he's the first car to come out. Just waiting for the order to fix itself up here. So just try and find... So Russell's made up huge ground. Started from the pits. So he's up into 10th after the pit stops. So Sasana has dropped ground to Medved. Reed's made the move on Frost. So Frost is still struggling in this race. Still has to make a pit stop. So here's Dowd, who's made his pit stop. Still waiting for Vanderlei and Coco to make their stops, as we've got Rice, who has also made his stop. So Bruno Gallo had made the stop on Reed. There's only 2 seconds between these two, so Reed's lost a little bit of ground. So Vanderlei is pitted now, so we'll see where he comes out in respect to Reed and Sasana. So they were in a battle for the pit stops for this rain, and he's going to get wetter and wetter. Just go on board with Sasana, so it's not too bad so far, but you can see how wet the track is. Puddles are forming, you can hear it. Hear the noise. It's being hunted down by Paul Russell. And the rain is increasing. You can tell, you can see the water on track, you can see the water falling. This will be difficult for these guys. So Wally's being hunted down by Nando. So we just go back up the front. Where did Vanderlei come out? So he's come out behind Medved. It's Medved's making a move on Frost, so Frost is back up the front, yet to make his stop. He is on wet tyres, however. Just follow Dowd now. So he's lost about 5 seconds of ground to Gallo here. So Gallo could have some pace in all of this. We know that he maybe will pace to maybe get closer and challenge Dowd, as there's a few cars off around the place. Oh, that's Medved moving backwards. Where's... So that's the end of Mistral. He's had a lose there. That was Ryan struggling, I think. In his first race in the league, he's still getting used to it. There's tough conditions for him. Baptism of fire. So 206 for Dowd and a 205.5 for Gallo. So 35 minutes left. This okay. Can take some decent chunks out of this gap to Dowd. Very, very difficult conditions. You can see the rooster tails beginning to come off the cars. Puddles are well formed by now. As Reed's coming up behind. That was, I'm not too sure who's actually passed just there. Bear with for a moment. So that's Thomas Cole. So another newcomer to the league. And another baptism of fire. You can just see there's a few people that are just beginning to they are struggling in these conditions. This is going to be very, very trying. A wet track at Paul Ricard would not be fun. So just have a look at some of the class battles, as just caught someone running very wide as Bueller makes a move on Kingston here, and he's kind of pulled out of it. It's a bit of an oversteer moment. So leading silver class is Sasana, so he's in a battle here with Frost. He's got Paul Russell not far behind him, so Paul Russell's continued to make ground on the field, make ground on the leaders. He's got good pace, good consistency. Aston Martin is going to be pretty good in these conditions. Oh, and Sasana's made contact with Frost. Does he keep it off the fence? Yes, he does. Wowee. What a moment. Very lucky to get away with that unscathed. He's lost some ground there. So I think Frost is looking to redress. Yes, he is. He will redress that, I believe. Yeah, there we go. That's the sportsmanship within the league. Oh, and then Nando and Frost have now come together. Both of them in the fence. They're still rubbing against each other. That's a very unfortunate set of circumstances there for Frost. He tried to give the position back to Sasana, and Nando wasn't too sure what was going on. And out of all that, Paul Russell ends up with a couple of fortunate positions. So he's moved his way up to 5th. As we'll just check these laps because I think Bruno's had a bit of a moment here. Yeah, he has too, so not too sure what's happened on that lap, but Gallo's lost a lot of ground to Dowd and he's moved backwards towards Reed. So he had a comfortable gap over Reed, looking to push on to try and find Dowd. So unfortunately, Bob Hoskins, your little come on to Bruno's had a unfortunate effect on Gallo. He's going to have to work hard to get that position back up. As I say that, he's made it easier when Reed has his own moment.
Still a long way to go.
Well, as Klaus has just told us, it's only halfway through this race. I don't even know how I'm going to catch my own breath, let alone these drivers will be holding on, they'll be white knuckling at the moment. The track the way it is. Just go on board with Gallo for the rest of this lap and see how how much he's struggling and how much wheel work he's having to do to hold this thing on track. I think we might stay off and not mention Bruno for the rest of the night because every single time it happens, something bad's happened and that's a drive through for Gallo. Well, the way the championship's going and the lead that Dowd has, I think people might want us to start mentioning him a bit more. We'll go on board with him for a lap and see what happens. Sorry, Bob. I think Dowds just showed us his class. Showed us why he is leading the championship and has won every single race that he's been in this championship. He's not doing it easy though, as you can see. There's plenty of wheel work. As we make our way back through the field. So Max Gassett in 20th, so he's pretty good performance in his first race in the PC League, making his way across from console. So, well, we just caught the back end of the massive moment for Hatfield. So we've got Rice Masterson, Fake Knee, Thomas Cole, another newbie to the series. Tough conditions for him, very, very tough conditions. See, there's another drive. There's plenty of drive-throughs been going on. So these tough conditions have made it hard to hold on to it. Just trying to come to terms with where people are on track. There's not a lot of spread. There seems to be majority of the field is almost in one sector. So. So Kingston, he's got to drive through as well. So where's Gallo come out of? So he's done his drive through. So he's come out just behind Peter Wall. So another Aston Martin. And probably I'm nervous to say anything. Paul Russell starting from pit lane, he's up into third. He's about he was half a second quicker than Reed on that last lap. So where can... Thank you, Bob. Drive through to Dowd. So I am going to call it. I'm going to say Paul Russell's going to win this from pit lane. These tough conditions and trying to hold on to the car, he had such a lead. It was a massive lead to Dowd. Saying that, I wonder if he's had a moment somewhere and he's cut the track. So most circuits is grass and a fence. Here, there's some big sections where you have an off, you continue straight on, come back on track. You're going to get a track cut for it. So he's gonna. So he had an 18-second gap over Reed. So he's had a big moment somewhere. So that hands the lead to Reed. To S6.8 on that last lap. Just see what Russell has done. 27 flat, so yeah, so very similar lap times between these two, but gee, anything could happen. Anything could happen in this race. Just trying to work out where Dowd has come out in this one. So he's come out in fourth, I believe, behind Medved. So he has two. So he's 17 seconds off the pace, 18 seconds off the pace. And with 20 minutes left. Oh, look at the power slide from all these guys. They're going to be just really tough. Yeah, Bob, new tyres, new physics, new weather model. All I can say is this is very, very entertaining. we'll just... the Audi isn't usually great in the wet, so just watch this lap time with Reed, and we'll go to Russell after. Oh, as Reed once ride, struggle to pull it up. As the weather is increasing, so the rain is going to keep falling. It's going to get heavier. A good indication of that is that the wind is still quite high at 10 kilometres an hour, so that's not dropping off. So Russell with a 2.74 and Reed with a 2.78, so half a second difference. I reckon Paul Russell will need to do a bit more work. Just needs to put a bit more pressure on Reed, bring the gap down. Reed will see that. Perceived pressure, who knows what could happen. There's another yellow flag towards the last turn. So Vanderlai's made his way back up to 7th, so Sassana has continued his strong run in this race. He's done a very good job in that Lamborghini. Leader of the silver class. With Wall not far behind. 5 seconds. So the battle for silver is still on. That many dramas in this race already. Who knows what could happen. This is a good comeback from Stimson as well after being turned around early at turn 1. Up into P8, and there's Gallo behind him trying to make ground up after that drive through. So what could have been for him, what could have been for Dowd, as he's here in a battle with Medved. Saw Medved have that huge moment at Ennemistra Straight, so would not be hard being in a battle with anyone on track at the moment. Oh, look at the spray out of the back of the car. It's Dowd, it gets very, very close. Just got to sit back and admire the attention to detail and the graphics in this game. The water streaming off the back of the car, the mist as you look back through to the other car behind. Dowd will be looking to recover here. Dowd just got caught out a little bit there. He's lost a bit of ground. Could just be this camera angle, but we'll see if he's close enough. Can he get a run on? Again, a slipstream. He's coming. The Boatley should be good in these conditions. Can he get the job done? Yes, he can. So I think Medved would have backed out of that one. Didn't quite catch it, but Dowd is off and on his way. So the gap at the front's increased actually. So see in a moment what lap times these guys have done. So 2:08 for Reed. We'll just watch and see what Russell has done here. 2:07.8, so could have just been the timing screen, but as Medved has got to drive through now, so oh, this is tough. This is a tough circuit for these conditions. It's tough in the dry. The track limits are not lenient around here at all. Russell goes round. Oh, again, I'll watch someone for apart from Dowd, and they have a moment. Talk about them for a little while, and a couple of minutes later, they end up in the drive-through. So, a bit of ways to stay away from Reedy, otherwise he's going to absolutely give it to me. Something else happens. 13 minutes to go. I could be cruel and say something like, I think if he wins this, it would be Reedy's first win. As Hatfield gets a drive-through as well, continuing to happen here. Freeland with a drive-through as well. And apologies, I've missed what has happened to Dowd here as well. So Dowd was right on Russell, and something has happened there. Apologies for missing that, but Sassana is up into third. I'm going to have a look at the replay of that one, because I'm going to want to know what has happened to Dowd. Yeah, there we go. Dowd was right on the back of Russell then. Where has he had a moment? Oh, is this it? Yes, it is. And he's turned it around. So there we go. It is all happening tonight. Oh, drive through for Sassana. Oh, devastating. He was up into third. Oh, that is horrible. Horrible news. Oh, this game can be cruel. Oh, that is absolutely cruel. But that gives the silver class lead to Wall, who is up into P4. He's not too far behind Dowd either. So, as we know in this race, anything could happen. Absolutely anything. So, I think out of all this, so we saw Russell have a spin and lose time to Dowd. I think Reed's had a spin somewhere or has lost a lot of time somewhere. So, because that gap is pretty close to where it was before Russell had his spin. So, yeah, this is how much of a struggle these conditions are. As this gap is continuing to fall for Russell here, so 6.4 seconds, so less than 10 minutes left in the race. I think Russell's still in with a chance, really, because it's still such a struggle to keep the car on track. Go on board with Russell because I have a feeling we'll be able to see him. There's Reed just ahead, so you can see the target. Two seconds. Oh, you can see the wheel work. What a struggle. Dowd leaving the championship in third. He's had a drive through. He's had a spin. So he can see Reed as well. So Reed's last lap was a 2:10. Russell's a 2:76. So that's where that time went. So Reed had his couple of moments. This is going to be exciting through to the finish. Apologies, we haven't seen much of the rest of the field, but there's just action aplenty in this race. And we've stuck with the front. So Reed, just a quick look at where he's at. This is how well he's going. The car's on rails. He doesn't even have to move the steering wheel. Look at this. I didn't know the Audi went so well in the rain. He's controlling the car with the force. He doesn't even need to use the steering wheel. Now this is a gifted man. I think anyone who can hold the car on track tonight is gifted. This has been brilliant performance from all of them. The gap came down further, so just under 6 seconds. Just a quick run through the rest of the field. There's a battle that's going on that I wouldn't say. Gallo's made his way back up to 6th after his drive through. Stimson up to 5th, so what a recovery. What a recovery from some of these guys. Just going to stay in the game and you'll get a result. Stimson turned around at turn 1 early on. He's made his way back up. And Wall in the Aston Martin. In amongst Reed, Russell, Dowd, Stimson, Gallo, there's quality drivers from the overall class, and he's mixing it with them. This is really good to see from Wall. He has done all season, actually. He's had some really good results lately. Shouldn't say too much because the way I think tonight's going, I'll curse them again. So unlucky for Medved. Had been having a solid night, and just devastating for Sasana. He's looking like he's going to chance to get on the podium. Really, really unlucky for him. Oh, I think that's... I thought Neil Fake Knee was heading around. No, he's held on to it. So we'll go back up and have a look at the gaps at the front. So Russell's got through on that lap traffic. And Reed is coming up on Max Gassett. He's coming up on lap traffic as well. And you can see Russell in the background. Oh, look at the spray when you get in behind another car. Look at the spray, look at the vision. Oh, Max lets him go. So Reed's clear now. Where's Russell? There you go, there you see him, that blue flash. Dark blue, Aston Martin. Race on here. Reedy can't really relax. The gap's gone down to 4.8. Suspected to be 3 laps left. Stimson has made ground on Wall. It's still a battle for P4. As Sasana gets the move done on Medved. He had pace tonight. Sasana had pace tonight. I'm devastated for him. He was in with such a good shot. So many stories of what could have been tonight. So many stories of what could have been. Dowd, Gallo, Sasana, Medved. As there's another drive-through's popped up, Freeland, he's got one as well. So that was a... So 2:10 for Reed. 2 laps left. So it could be... If it, oh, Russell just runs wide. Don't cut that section. You know, it can't take too much curb. Get a track cut. I wish you could see how many track cuts these guys have had. It would be good info to know because there's so Russell lost time on the start of this lap. Just have a quick look at that battle between Stimson and Wall. So that continues on. So Stimson hasn't quite been able to get that job done on that one. As Russell had lost a bit of time. He's gained it back. So it's back to 4 seconds. Oh, and he's turned it around. He's gone round. So that would put an end to that. Can't quite gather it up. He just got tagged.
Leaders on Final lap now.
Oh, he's fallen back into the clutches of Dowd as well. Oh, look at the spray. It's so hard to see. What a struggle. If he can't get through these two, he's going to give a shot to Dowd here. Oh, he's going to be careful. Can't have a spin or have dramas now. Dowd has killed up to a lot of ground on that first sector. Oh, there's almost contact. Oh, there's almost contact between Dowd and Hatfield there. But Dowd's got through, so... I don't think he's quite close enough to get the slipstream. There's a yellow flag. Please don't be Reed. Oh, that was Cole. It's Reed's coming up to the last few corners. I am not 100% sure if he's won one in the league before, but I think it will. Well, it will be his first win for the season. It has been tough. Shouldn't really say too much until he's actually rounded the last corner. And as we go, he's going to get the job done in the Audi in some very, very tough conditions. Well done to Reedy. What a race, what a performance. He's obviously happy with this one. Well done. So Russell in second, Dowd in third. What could have been for Dowd? Stimpson has made it up into fourth. So he's obviously made it. So Wall in fifth. So something's happened with the timing here. So sorry, Stimpson in fourth, Wall fifth. Gallo in sixth. So what could have been for quite a few of these guys. Drive of the day easily goes to Paul Russell. Starting the race in pit lane. And with as people have fallen off the track throughout the race and the conditions have worsened, no wonder he's doing donuts here. He'd be absolutely stoked with that performance. And Reed gets it done in the most difficult conditions around a tough track. Should also be noted that this is the first race of the season that Dowd has competed in and hasn't won. Just goes to show how good his performances have been. There will need to be a highlights package of this race. There will need to be something because there is a lot of things that we have missed. There is a lot that has gone on. Could not get away from the front of the field because of the dramas that were going on. Plenty of stories of what could have been. As Reedy continues to do donuts without moving the steering wheel. Well done. As we've got Peter Wall, who's taken out the silver class for this race, and Max Gassett, who has taken out the AM class. So great performance on Max Gassett's first race in the PC League. So well done there. Quite a few people weren't quite able to make finish of this race. As we just recap what was a hell of a race. Great win to Reed. Russell and Dowd take out the podium. Dowd, after taking pole, he's got fastest lap as well. It has been one hell of a race. I'm going to try and catch my breath here. And we look forward to next week as we move on to round 9. And these guys just reflect on this one. Quite a few will be thinking about what could have been. But thank you all for viewing tonight, and we look forward to next week. We've got the Pro-Am race being broadcast by Nick tomorrow night for console. And then Wednesday night we've got the first race of RaceOnOz ACC PC League over on SimGrid. So thank you to SimGrid. Thank you to Coach Dave Academy for the help with being able to set that up and coming on board as a sponsor. So we look forward to beginning our events with them as we look forward to the big things coming soon. Thank you all. See you soon.